So, hi everybody and welcome back to the C++ tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 53 and in this video we continue again with our exercise. So, we stopped at the point where we finished our list for 1 month, but we have a problem now. We have to do it for 12 months. And there is one more problem. Problem means all time something to solve. And what we have to solve is we have create here random numbers, because the sold amount should be all time not the same. And because creating random numbers is very hard, I said try just to make change numbers, not random numbers which are not the same like before. And that is much easier actually than creating really random numbers. Okay, change numbers means here, for example, you just add here +2 on the next loop and something like that we will do so the numbers are not the same. So let's get started and solve this problem now. So before we can solve this one, how we can loop all here 12 times. Actually very easy, we use just a for loop with 12 rounds. Let's do this. Or we already used here a for loop, and I write here int. Because I used already this I here, perhaps have I? Not really. So I can use I here because I changed this to a while loop. For example, if I used already I here, I would use here not again the same variable, even if it's not a problem in general, but it can make a problem. Sorry. And to be sure that this one is distinguished from this one, I would use here another variable. Let's use another variable because this I must be not an I. Let's use this time a C, and I write 0 start point. And C must be less than what? 12, because we want 12 rounds. And we start with 0, and if it's less than 12 rounds, perfect. And my endpoint, my increment is again with C in this time. All right, so we have our 12 loops now, and I can print out something, but what and how? That's the question, right? So first of all, let's watch here. And here I made a comment before, but this comment is very irritating. And I said, if you don't need a comment, you can put it perhaps under the code for later use or something like that. Or if you don't really know, you don't need it at all, just kick it out. And then make the code a little bit more readable. Because then, yes, the code is better, cleaner, faster for us. And this comment I need, because this is here the description I read, and this one I need only to show what I use and what I not. I will delete them later anyway, but not now. So let's continue. So now my code is more readable because this one is the workplace where we are. And I need to print all that out. The easiest way would be just copy this all into the loop, but we can't do this. Why? At least not for all. For example, here we are creating a variable, and we don't have to create all time a new variable. It's already created. So this kind we don't need to integrate in our loop. Good. The next thing is here we create a variable, an array variable, of course, both. And this variable we don't need in our loop again, because this is all time the same. The price is fixed. The name is fixed. So they can stay out. We can use it later. Just like so we did in our print out statement. So we don't need this one too. Perfect. So we can go on. And this product sold amount. Oh, there is the problem what I said. We have to change this anyhow. And yes, this one we need, so we can start working here a little bit and think about how we can solve this. And I said I make a very easy approach here. I will just add another number to it, so it becomes not the same each round. And there are different ways. So I used here a while loop. So let's use here to train a little bit more the loops here. This time I use a do while loop. In this case, a do while loop makes no sense at all, but just for training purposes, I use it to do. And then I write here the braces, what it should do, because the condition will come later, and this do means this first time you will do it no matter what, without condition. And what it should do without condition, and I say, I think this is a very bad place to do our do while. Sorry, we can't use here do while, because here I want to do something very special. Because I need a variable which I want manipulate. So we use, instead of a do while loop, just the while loop. And let's get started again. How we create a normal while loop? We go again with our control variable. Let's call it int my condition variable, my loop variable, my loop variable, something like that. And we initialize it with 0, because it should start with 0. Then we write again our while. All right, while. And then in this while we'll write our condition, and we use this variable which we created. That's why we created it, my loop variable. And the condition is as long as it is less than 10, because I want again 10 rounds to change this numbers. Yeah, I need 10 rounds. And let's continue. Let's make here the body of the while loop. So the while loop is almost finished. What we have to do when we create a while loop, don't forget, we have increment this one. This is very important, so it will work. My loop variable, and I use the shortcut increment ++, it will be incremented. And before the increment, I can do something. It's not so important before. Can do it later too if you want. It depends on the situation if you want to do something with this loop variable as well. So in my case, I want change now this variable. Actually, I want change the values of this variable. So all this 1, 2, 3, which I have initially initialized here, I want change in my loop. They will be overwritten, right? And how I'm doing this, very easy. I just write, not loop variable, I just write this variable here, this product sold amount. Let's write it, the variable product sold amount. But of course I must write also the slot which I want to change. So in this case, it's my loop variable, because it should just use this loop variable, which means this will be slot 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And now comes the trick what I use. It's a very cheap trick. I just assign the product sold, where is this product sold amount. I take it again, and I take again the place where it is, my loop variable. It's just right now at this slot here. At start it's 0, that would be 0, that would be 0, and 0 slot I will now add, just simple as that, plus 10, and actually that would do the trick, I think, because what I did here is just at every round 10 to this start point. So in the next round, I will have here 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. Next round, 30, 40, and so on. So all around 10 more. And that is not a real random number. It is just another number. It's a change number, but not a random number. But I said creating a random number is not easy, at least not at start. Later, there are ways we learn. We will use even a random math function, perhaps, and that's very easy then. But right now, this solution can work, must not work. I'm not sure. Let's see. I try this out and hope that it works. But I'm not finished here. So with this loop, I'm finished. So I changed this product sold amount here. Later at start, it's not changed. Later, when it loops here, it will change every round. But I want print out this. No, first I want calculate the price, and then I want print all out. So let's go to our next place where we calculate the price. And what we did here is we created a variable again with calculated price. We already calculated the price, but now we need calculate the new price here with this one. And how we are going to do this, we just take this one, what we have here, we write here copy, and I just place it here down. And I hope it works. This one can cause a little bit of problem because now I have this I here. And here I have an I, but in general, this will be not a problem because we have not talked about it because there is a scope. But because we have not talked about it, let's change it. When we talk about it, we will use it. Let's use this time a D. And let's make it 100% sure that this one is definitely not in the referenced anyhow to this one. So now I have, and this one also D, of course. Now I have, what I'm doing here is I loop here 10 times. The calculated price, what I take here, will be new assigned here. All time assign a new one. I check here product price D, and I multiply it by product sold amount. And the product price here is all time fixed, and this one we have new created right now here on top. So I will get here the new calculated price, and that's my hope. And the last step what I have to do actually is just to print out, and I just copy this loop here. So what I do is here, copy this one, put it down, and save it. And now I have a problem because here I have a copy already all out. That means, let's see, because this one we don't need actually. Let's comment this out, Control C to see if we need it or not. Let's test. Oh yeah, normally you should test your code every time after the step, but in this case I hope it works. And let's see. So what happens now? And have I mistakes? It looks almost good. It looks good. Let's see. Let's make here a new line because I can't see where the new line starts. How we make this? Very easy. You can go here on top and write std cout and make a new line. Very, very simple. And now we have a new line. And let's see what we have here. Yes, it looks better. Of course, this formatting problem, like I said, you can try to solve this with, there are ways, but very, you have work a little bit hard for that. But because we have not done the easy structures, you can solve that, and then you have here a very nice list. But let's concentrate us to our calculation. So first of all, have we different numbers here? That was our goal. So normally random numbers, in this case, just different numbers. Here I have 11, here I have 21. And you see I have all time 10 more. So they are definitely different than this one. But let's check the next line. Yes, they are again 10 more than the month before. And here 10 more. That worked. So this was solved anyhow. We say it's okay because creating random numbers is too hard right now. And let's see if the calculation worked as well, because we have calculated this other side. Let's see, we have here 200 and we multiplied this by 11. This looks good. And if this one works, the other one will probably work because they have the same principle. And let's check this one for the other one here too. And I think that looks also very nice. Yes, could work. And let's say it is working. So you can see I have here now this printed out, but of course here are some stuff missing. What is missing here? The title is probably missing. We should add here a title and perhaps yeah, that's more it. That is all style only. But of course we should train this a little bit. Let's see if we can add fast this title. So how we would add this title very fast instead of going all time in the code again. And to add the style, very easy. And this one we don't need anymore. Let's delete this one. I said keep only code what you really need. This code is okay. This one is okay. Nice. And now I want a title, but that could cause me a problem. But actually, not really. There is a trick we can use. And I'm not sure if I can use it here or not. In the for loop, I can't use it. But here in this while loop, it's looped 10 times. And actually also not in this while loop. That's not true. What I can use it, where I can use it, not what I know, where I can use it, it's outside of the loop. And why? Because the title must not be looped. That's also not true actually. We need a loop for the title too, but if we want loop it only one time, we could use outside of the loop. And then it would, okay, the title is also again a little bit, yeah, you have to think where to set it. Yes. For example, here, you could set it here. You could try this one. I'm not sure. Let's try it as this and see out. And what you would make is now here something like, wait a second, I have prepared something, but that was for one loop, not for 10 loops. Let's see if this is here with the names and so I'm too lazy to write the names. Actually, that was something else. No, I have not prepared anything. I have deleted it. Oh, nice. Product name. Or was this one? I'm not sure. Okay. It looks like I crapped. Normally I had here something like a list. So let's write the list here. Yeah. Typing as it is here out. Let's type it. Why not? And what we can do is here, because these are fixed names, right? We find just for this here, these columns, the fixed names. Instead of product name, we just say product. Here we say just price. Here we say just amount. And here we say just calculated price, something like that. Okay, product. And then I need a little bit space probably. Yeah, this formatting is anyway anyway a question here. And then we say product. What was the next one? Anything with let's see, where is it? Product, price, amount, and so on. Okay, product, price, and yeah, a little bit space again, and amount, and yeah, again with a little bit space. Make space, and here was the last one, was something we calculated price, something like that. And if we have this one and we test this code now, let's see if this works. I'm not sure. Yes, the good news is it works. The bad news is, of course, I should use space here in front again, and then of course this formatting problem again. So with other words, in front of here you have just make a little bit space, but like I said, this is just optic, little bit, yeah, presentation, and you see anyhow it works. Of course we could make here one more new line, and this spacing here works also not, so I have to tinker a little bit around, but that's not so important. Let's make here one more new line, I think. Where, let's see where. Let's test this one out. This is the place. And then we see, yes, we see, and then we have here just, yeah, the spacing problem, you know. You can go here. Let's go to this place, jump down. And then you can start spacing here a little bit more. For example, here a little bit, here a little bit, here a little bit, and hope that it works. It was just randomly thrown in, but that's okay. And yeah, and when we watch this again, yeah, you see it comes close, but it's not perfect. So I think that's enough. We made it anyhow. Not perfect, you see, it's absolute not perfect at all, but the goal was here, we repeated, we developed it, and it worked. All the definitions what we have here on top, we have it. And important is that you made it with your own creativity, with your own ideas. And if it's not like my here, what I have here, no problem, because this one what you see right now is just one example which I just throw in without thinking much, without without doing too much actually, and still it works. It's, let's say it's a prototype. Prototype means all time what you make very fast without thinking, just to try out that it works. And then after it works, there will be some more steps to polish this code. Polishing this code means you will go through this code again and then look for styles, look for better solutions, look for errors, perhaps look for more things, and all this kind of stuff. We will not do it right now, because this one I have only cleaned here a little bit the code. I throw out all the comments which I don't really need. This one, this description actually, we can keep right now. And here one more info, this kind of description, they are writing sometimes in many codes, you will see it's on top. And if you see one more info, if you have here a problem with this formatting in Visual Studio, press Ctrl K and then F, and that works for all code as well. So for example, if you have here bad coding style and it's all time not good, you can select all, then Ctrl K and F, and your code will align like the normal coding standard. And here I have a problem. I made something wrong here. Let's see what I did. 4 plus here must be something. It look, what is that? Yes. No. Oop. All right. I think I commented something out which should be not commented out. Is this right? Where is it? Okay, I stop here. It worked, but this one I made here just a mistake. I don't want to waste here more time. And I think with that, we will continue with keywords again. Okay, we have not used all what we learned so far. The switch we have not so used here, but yeah, we will use it in other ways again. And with that said, I stop this video and good luck. Bye.